Something big unlocked in me through the practice of meditation and mindfulness. Something life-changing. And it can unlock in you too. It's something that's available to all of us. My name is Linda, and I'm here to share my experience. This video took some time to craft because although my life has done a 180, it's hard to pinpoint and describe exactly what it's done for me. I feel like all the changes are so subtle and yet they're so blatantly obvious. So this video is going to be big, not only in terms of length, but also the message I'm sharing. But what I'll do is I'm going to turn this into a 3-part series, and I will also release a full-length version, and then you can pick the format that suits you best. I want to preface this by saying that this is not a look at me now type video, because that is not who I am at all. I'm a highly introverted, quiet, and private person who was just profoundly changed by the practice of meditation and mindfulness, and I have been called to share my experience. When I think of me before meditation versus after meditation, I think of 2 different people. Pre-meditation me was broken, unhealed, self-loathing, triggered by everything, fearful, angry shell of a person. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted out of life. Sort of just drifted along to wherever life took me and didn't think I was worthy of anything. Just harboring and suppressing all these feelings of unworthiness, hopelessness, despair, and just longing for something to be different, whatever that meant. I was always frustrated that I never knew what I wanted to be in life. I had no real passion for anything. I had never found my thing, but I was constantly searching and I was exhausted. So while this mess was going on the inside, my life still looked pretty decent on the outside. Like I felt everything was fine. I enjoyed my life. There was a lot of love and joy raising my kids and being around family and friends. I still managed to be a kind and loving person, even though I was in so much pain. I didn't think a lot about the bad stuff. I was really good at stuffing it down, as so many of us are. I was busy being a mom and doing all the things I thought I needed to do. Looking back at it from this perspective, though, I can really see the disconnect and the dissonance. So fast forward to my transformation that has taken place 1,000,000% because of my meditation practice. And I am very certain of that because that was the only thing I changed in my life. Like I didn't start exercising or eating differently or doing a million other things. I started to meditate, and that is how I was transformed. I am 3 solid years in now. I'm just starting year 4. It's important to mention that I have been consistent with the practice. It's not a willy-nilly thing that just happens when I feel like it. Consistency is key, but you only need 5 to 10 minutes a day. We're definitely not talking hours here. And a lot of the benefits I started seeing very early on. One of the first things I noticed was my triggers, and that was a big thing for me. Little things could set me off and result in an angry reaction. But soon after my practice started, my reactions to my triggers became so different and very mellow. And that change was so big and obvious, I did double takes with myself when it first started to happen. Big and angry reactions turned into dust. And eventually the triggers went away and I don't erupt anymore. My brain now looks for solutions, not emotions, and I remain calm. So the triggers and the anger were the first to melt away, and that was a huge relief for me. I still have days where I can be moody, or I'm arguing with my teenagers, or things go wrong, but overall, I would say that all my edges have softened or dissolved. Same with worries. Other changes I also noticed early on was improved sleep, memory, cognition, focus. My brain feels sharp and quick now, and there's a lot less brain fog and forgetfulness. I could also feel a new relationship with myself emerging. And at this point, I'm hooked, right? I want more. And I'm thinking, what else can you do for me, meditation? Can you help me find me? And it's like, hold my beer. But it's probably more like tea. I can't really put a timeline on what has since unfolded. There was not exactly a specific order. It was more like all at once. But the process of transformation has felt very gentle, kind, and loving. Nothing has felt overwhelming or scary in my experience. It's felt more like a homecoming, a return, an awakening. Stay tuned for part 2, where I will talk more about the bigger changes.